welcome back, guys, to the Kentucky X-Files.
Ah!
That was like a baby one.
that was coming in from the back of the room.
It's my 4th of July bird.
Yeah.
It's your first July bird.
Yeah, I
It's your
can't.
freedom.
I can't
So,
get
dude-
high pitched enough to do the eagle.
So, are you finally coming out and saying it's a bird? Because I thought we had this
Yeah, it's
conversation last time
I
that we
thought that
didn't
it
know
was-
what it was.
I thought it was apparent that it was a bird. I really did.
I thought I just didn't want to assume that it was a bird.
Oh, I actually saw a freedom hawk on my way down to Frankfurt this week.
Really?
Yeah, it was an actual bald eagle. It was so cool. You know, you always see pictures of them, but they're humongous.
Oh, yeah.
They're basically a pterodactyl that represents freedom.
Represents freedom.
That's fair.
Yeah, it went flying right over the truck, and I was like, I actually panicked a little bit. I was like, oh my god, please don't let us collide. Put it that way. I don't want to be responsible for that. So this is gonna be after the 4th of July.
After.
So hopefully
Okay, so
everybody still has their
everybody-
digits.
Yeah. No one caught fire.
Nobody caught fire. Nobody got blown up. Everybody celebrated the freedom of this country. I actually saw a funny meme somebody put up that said, it was something along the lines of like, Happy 4th of July. The reason for this holiday is because everybody was armed.
Right.
I was cracking up. That shit's funny. But how's your guys' week going? How are you guys? How are you guys? How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm great. Yeah. I had
great, wonderful.
Feeling
I
good.
had a good 4th of July celebration last night.
Nice,
You know,
nice.
blew up a small portion of the town I live in. That was good.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
Get the police called on you for practicing thermonuclear warfare.
Right. Had you guys have seen it, but you know the guys on the show, everybody listens. You know they don't know. I built a little apparatus for the back of my side by side to water the garden, and that came in super handy because after we were done setting off the fireworks, a couple of the box style ones decided to reignite.
Oh no.
So that became a impromptu fire truck.
So you are a fireman. You are a fireman stripper.
So yeah. So did you put on your fireman outfit and go out there?
Right.
Woo! Somebody call a fireman.
It was more along the lines of shit. It's on fire. You know?
Yeah, I get you. I've
Yeah.
been down those roads.
So, in lieu of the holiday, I don't have a whole lot of anything going on. I didn't really pay much attention to the cryptid communities this week, but we did get blown up with emails. So I don't know if you guys are wanting to hear a bunch of emails. I don't know what to expect because I just opened them right before we started this, but
I love emails.
I stand steady on what I say. I don't want emails.
you don't want emails?
No, I don't.
But
no.
we always we've got 100 shows where we tell people to email us.
I think Tyler's practicing reverse psychology here.
I think he's getting into our heads.
Yeah. He's like, I hate emails. Don't you dare send them. So everybody's like, screw Tyler. Let's email him.
Yeah. See,
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, we'll have to edit this out.
Yeah, I was about to say we gotta edit this out so it.
Oh, I gave it away.
Yeah, we'll edit this all out so nobody will ever know that the secret is to say we don't want emails.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
here we go. We got some emails.
Yay, emails!
Yay, emails! All right.
No. Oh, okay. I edit this. Go ahead.
All right. First one here says, it says Bigfoot and Piner. I don't know if I already read this or not. If I did read it, then we'll delete it. But it says here. Well, it says it just got here yesterday. So okay.
Maybe it's a follow up of the first one. It was Bigfoot and Piner.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what he has to say here, or she. I don't know. I had something last deer season. Okay, I think we got some typos here, so bear with me. I had something last deer season that shook me up pretty bad. I was in a deer stand, and I will admit I did fall asleep. That happens, buddy. But when I woke up, I saw something standing at the edge of the clearing I was watching, and it was staring at me. It was definitely bigger than a man and black as coal. At least I think it was. It was still pretty early, but dark. When I shined my light couldn't quite reach it. All I saw was the green eyes staring back at me, and I did see it blink for sure. I told my dad about it, but he doesn't believe me. I'm afraid to tell anybody else. Please don't use my name on the show. I know what I saw, but it just isn't worth the hassle of having to argue with people about it. And it's signed Piner Boy. I got his name actually underneath of that, but we'll leave it anonymous.
Yeah.
Anonymous.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man.
Okay, so this is yet another email entitled Bigfoot and Piner.
Yeah, that's
What the hell is going on up on the hill, guys?
we got
What is going on out there?
we got to get out to Piner.
This is like the 5th or 6th
Yeah.
thing we've heard of in that area.
Ever since we started bringing up Piner, we've been starting to get emails about the place.
Piner Boy, I'd like to know some more stuff. If you could email us again, we won't read it if you do. A little more details.
Yeah.
Location, what road are you on out there?
I'd like
You
to
know.
just know like how this resolved. Because all I'm getting here is that he was up in the deer stand, he saw it, but then what happened? You know what I mean? I want to know what happened next.
That's a good point too.
You
Yeah.
know, how long was he in the deer stand? You know, that would be very useful info. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd really like to get out to Piner and have a look around.
Another thing too is I would like to know like what did you feel? Did you like we always talk about that dread feeling? Did you feel like you were like did you feel almost like paralyzed? Did you have that feeling of dread, or
Yeah.
was it more just a gut feeling that you were just feeling uneasy because you didn't know what it was?
Yeah. I mean, what part of deer season was it?
Yeah.
Like, was it rifle, muzzleloader, bow? Give us I'd like to know a little tighter time frame. If we get it down to about the week, maybe we can kind of figure out
But
some other stuff.
But besides all like the details that we're like really like biting at the bits for, it's like yeah, we understand. We like Denny did. We're leaving you anonymous. We understand that like not everybody is going to believe what you saw, like because like there's hundreds of people out there that have had these experiences and they don't know how to explain it. But just let you know that we're here, we're listening, we understand. I personally haven't had, like I've said this before, I haven't had an encounter like that or something have saw, but I believe that you saw something and it shook you. So I want to know what was out there, and I'm glad that you sent a message in, and I hope that you get back to us to follow up with any new information and information that you could still give us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, the one, the green of its eye shining back at me, and it blinked. That's interesting to me.
And I'd like to, if we have a second, maybe you can fall back and find Ray. I believe it was Ray's email, Bigfoot and Piner, and see if she described it the same color.
Let me go back here. Should be
Going
able to
back in
pull
time?
it out. Listen to Bigfoot tracker. Okay, so now Ray followed up once. Let's see here. She saw something. She doesn't really say. I mean, in all honesty, I don't see anything here.
It doesn't give any like details.
She describes the size. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's right. We asked if to give the size comparison.
Yeah.
But she didn't say anything about like even the color.
Yeah. She doesn't. Yeah, I don't see anything here describing the color of it, but it is interesting. I mean, I've heard that before, though. I mean, about the dark colorings, you know what I mean, or whatnot,
Yeah.
blending into the shadows, things like that. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, the more I hear about Pioneer, the more I want to go there. You know, it would be really cool to meet up with some of these folks and actually face to face talk to them and you know, walk through the areas that they had their encounters in and just kind of get a feel for it.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. If nothing else, just to get some fresh air.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully he follows up. That'd be great. I'd love to hear some more details and know. Let's see here. I got another email that says possible Bigfoot sighting East Fork Lake. Or sorry, possible Bigfoot encounter East Fork Lake. This is from Freddie. He's living in Ohio. It says here, a few weekends ago, we did hear that crazy screaming in the distance while we was camping at East Fork. All the next day while we was fishing and grilling, we were talking about it. Man, it's crazy because I'm pretty damn sure that I've heard that before, and I never really thought much about it until I started listening to you guys. Keep it up, fellas. He's out there. Freddie. Yeah, Freddie, that's something I wondered about a while ago was, now that we've pointed it out, will you notice it? You know, will you notice the sounds more, you know, now that you're listening to the show and that you're hearing, you know, us describe this stuff or whatnot. Maybe it's kind of putting a I don't know what the right word is, like not putting a face to the sound, but you know, a lot of people have heard those sounds, you know, so how many times have them sounds been in the background and you heard it but you just didn't really think nothing of it, you know, just an animal, just a whatever, coyotes, you know. That is interesting though. East Fork, I've definitely heard of stuff happening up there before, and there's been a couple people that have written in and said that they've definitely had weird things happen to them while they were at East Fork or around East Fork. So, very, very interesting, Freddie. I appreciate you writing in.
Definitely, the East Fork's a hot spot. There's a lot that goes on in East Fork you hear about.
Yeah. Let's see here. This one's entitled Armorillo Fake BS. Alright, it says here, this is from Dan in Dallas, Texas. Thank you for debunking that, fellas. You guys should send that stuff to Thinker Thunker. I'm sure he'd love to check that one off his list too. What a bunch of horse shit. How are we ever going to find the truth if people keep screwing around? Thanks, fellas. Dan, Dallas, Texas. Well, you're welcome, Dan.
Nice. We got somebody from Texas listening to us. That's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, Dan. You know what? Unfortunately, it's what we got to do. Is, you know, I'm not willing to jump on board with every single sighting or cryptid out there. I'm sorry. If there's something fishy, then we got to dig it out and you know, run it through the shredder and get it the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Because it's just a waste of time. But whatever they did it, like whatever the reason is they did that, you know, I think it's publicity, but hey, whatever, you know, it's their thing.
It's their business. If they want to do that, that's fine, but I just, like, I hate it because of the fact that we're trying to find truth here, but everybody wants to make a joke out of it or make a publicity stunt out of it to either, I guess, just to get people in their door now. So it's sad that we live in a world like that, but we gotta weed through it, and I guess, like, I hate to say it, but I guess we're part of the I guess the, how would you say it, the army to combat that, to find those.
We're the goddamn cage rattlers.
Yeah, we're cage rattlers. We got to make.
I can't take credit this time. It's Cage Rattlers is one of the titles of one of these emails.
Oh, nice.
I just looked down and read it.
But didn't we have that before?
Yeah. I think somebody
hey,
when we first started sent a cryptic message to us about that.
That's awesome, because it's cool to it's full circle. That was like back in the middle of like the season 1.
Yeah. I'll definitely read that one here in a minute, but I gotta read this one. It says, this is to Josh, and it's from a guy named Manny. Doesn't say where Manny's from, but it says, Josh, what kind of yeast do you use for your mead? Keep up the good work, fellas. Love the show.
That's a cool question. So I use a bunch of different kinds, depending on what I'm making. Certain yeasts perform better, like with the citruses or blackberries or raspberries or whatever. My favorite for my standard mead is Red Star Classic, Premier Classic. It was actually designed to be a mead yeast, and they changed it into the title of being a white wine yeast, I guess, to sell more of it. But I'll use like Lalvin, D47, or EC1118, which is a really good champagne yeast. So I mean, I use a bunch of different kinds. It's fun to experiment. Sometimes I'll make 6 gallons in individual gallon jugs and do the same recipe and just change the yeast in each one for science, just to see what does what to get the profile I want.
Absolutely.
It's a cool question.
Hopefully that answers his question. He's probably I already know what he's thinking now. He's gonna want some of that mead. And I can confirm that mead's worth it. It's very,
if I
very
could
good.
ever figure out all the logistics and all the stuff to go through to actually become a full-blown brewery, or meadery rather, and be able to sell it legally and do that sort of thing, God, that would be fantastic. But unfortunately, we live in a world where you can't start a business like that unless you have hundreds of thousands of dollars to appease the government.
Right. Yeah, Uncle Sam's got to have his.
Yeah. The good thing, though, is in the state of Kentucky, I'm allowed to make 1,000 gallons a year by myself. And because Sam also brews, we can make 2,000 gallons a year.
Nice.
And, some people see that as like, well, that's way out there. For me, that's a goal.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a limit. It's a goal.
That's a goal that I personally hope that you achieve.
I'm trying.
That mead is it's something to talk about. It's really good.
There's about I want to say, just off the hand guess, I'd say there's 45 or 50 gallons brewing currently. So.
Oh yeah.
Different stages. They're all different stages, but there's about 45 or 50 gallons in there.
Nice. I've seen that room too. It's fantastic to behold, folks.
It's a magical place, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, you can get lost in there. Just all the possibilities. Yeah, that's awesome, Manny. Thanks for writing in. Really appreciate that. It's badass.
Yeah, thanks, Manny.
The next email I got here is titled "Tyler for President." And I think that they're onto something here. This is from Fran in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And it says, I think you guys should stop using Tyler as bait for investigations. It says, he's such a sweetheart. Team Tyler forever. From Fran. Tyler, I think you got your first voter.
Right.
I really do. We've only technically used him as bait one time.
That's true.
I mean, I don't feel like we've established a habit here of doing it. I mean, there was talks about doing it, in the future, but I mean, it's only one time.
I mean, we've got to get it in before he becomes president, because otherwise we won't be allowed to.
Yeah, we won't even be allowed to be around him. Wait
a minute. Tyler, you're a bit younger than Denny and I. How old are you, buddy?
I'm 30.
See, he's not even old enough to be president yet. We got 5 years.
Oh, we got 5 years to use him for bait.
Yep.
Okay, so we can get this in. That'll teach you, Fran.
Technically 4. I turn 31 next month.
We can do a lot of damage in 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of damage. I mean, we haven't even found a good Bigfoot hotspot yet to stick him in.
Yeah.
This is true.
Look how excited he is about it.
Yay.
Yeah, that's awesome, though. Franny, you know what? You're probably right. But I mean, if we're turning over a new leaf and just doing it differently, I don't know. I can't say.
I feel like that's in your guys' New Year's resolution.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
New Year's is a while away.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of like feeling like if we're going to use him for bait against a Bigfoot, we need him for that, because if anybody's going to survive a Bigfoot attack,
that is true. I still
it's going to be
believe Tyler could probably take him.
He's young and spry, Denny. You and I are getting up there in years,
yeah.
bub.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If a Bigfoot attacks us, me and Josh will probably be on the ground, our hips all messed up because we're old.
And it's going to take us forever to heal.
And the downtime, all the Bengay. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on. But Tyler, if he's there, could potentially save our lives.
That's a good possibility, yeah.
I still think that I really feel like if Tyler gets the momentum going, I really do believe he could do that the spear move that Goldberg used to do. I seriously think he could take a Bigfoot down.
Right.
I really feel like that would be like me just running full blast into a brick wall.
I think you could take him. I do. I mean, you think I'm kidding, but I actually think this is a possibility. Like, I think you can get it.
Like, this is the reason why women say that women live longer than men. It's because friends like these will say, like, I hate to say it, it's a double-edged sword. You're hyping me up. Yeah. In some ways, I'm starting to feel that I can do it.
You can.
Then next I'm probably going to get hurt.
No.
Really bad.
I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine through this.
Yeah, I feel like you're proving my point.
No, I'm being supportive.
You're an enabler.
It's important to support your friends in their endeavors. I support you. I approve of you.
Right. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a love and a support. It's not a
Yeah. Like if Bigfoot was sitting there holding like a big club or something, I'd be like, "Whoa, let's just give him some space." You know what I mean?
No, you give me a club. Let's even the odds.
Yeah, like okay, here's a club. He's got a club. You're gonna need a club, Ty. But if he doesn't have a club, I'd be like, "Dude, spear him. Spear him. You got this. Spear him. Spear him now.
You got this.
Just go. Just do it."
He's like, bigger they are, harder they fall, man. Come on.
Yeah. What if you like took off running and you speared the big bastard and he actually went down and you're responsible for proving his existence once and for all because we believed in you.
I love the extent that Denny is going through on this.
I just really want to.
I know. I love that. This is the segment that we're taking longer on.
I don't know. I just feel like Fran kind of painted me and Josh into a corner on here. I just want us to
Yeah, well, we don't want to be the bad guys in this situation.
We're not the bad guys. We're just very supportive of Tyler, and we think that Tyler's the most likely one to survive being attacked and maimed by ferocious cryptids and ghosts and junk.
Right.
I feel like he's
ghost and junk.
Yeah, like he's probably the one that can do it. I don't think I could. I mean, I feel like Bigfoot will just straight up kick the shit out of me.
Yeah, I don't think I stand a chance.
He just grabbed me and probably like purple nurple me, and I just start weeping. Like literally just weeping, just profusely ugly crying on the ground. Yeah. Hey, mommy. You know what I mean?
Your mascara running.
Yeah, my mascara running.
Right.
He rips my brand new blouse. Anyway, let's go to this last email here. It's a short one. It says, I love this one. It's from a guy named Charles in Kentucky. I listened to Steve at How to Hunt and you guys. Keep rattling them chains, boys. Fuck them. You know what?
For some odd reason, when he was writing that, I just pictured him just shooting a gun up in the air for some reason. Fuck him!
You know what, Charles? Now I think we can all take on a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
You changed me. I tell you what, we have the absolute best fans of any show ever.
Yeah. I'm just
wow.
saying, I feel like we have. I'm glad that people are enjoying our content that we're putting out, but I'm surprised that we haven't got any big hate out there. I'm loving the love that's coming out of it. Like every email gets more genuine, and after every email,
it just warms my heart to think that Charles is probably buying a ton of fertilizer, diesel fuel right now, and he's got his earbuds in, and he's just jamming away at the Kentucky X-Files.
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't take that joke wrong too. Like I'm actually very appreciative, Charles. That's pretty awesome, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to call you the Unabomber there. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's right though. He is right. Fuck him. I mean, there's all these shows out there that are cramming a bunch of horse shit down people's necks, including all of the TV shows. You know what really sucks about that is that I like the TV shows. I want to watch the TV shows because I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that they're going to find something tangible, and I can bring it up on the show. Like, guess, I watched this show. Guess what they did? Thus far, it's been a bunch of scripted horse shit.
Right.
So yeah, fuck them.
Well, and I look at the TV shows like this. If in the event, this is why I don't have to watch them, is that in the event that something does happen and they do come up with some phenomenal evidence, I'll hear about it on the news.
Yeah.
And then I can go watch the show.
Absolutely.
It saves me from watching some of these terrible actors.
Oh God, yeah. Dude, I sat through one, and I wanted to punch myself in the face the whole time I was watching it. I was just sitting there like, this is actually painful to watch.
Right.
Wow. Like, you could just blatantly tell it was scripted. You know what I mean? The only one out there that I've been watching that I think is halfway pretty decent is probably that Expedition Bigfoot. That one's actually all right.
I used to watch the Monster Quest on History Channel or whatever it was, just to laugh at the horrible B-movie rated CGI they would use.
Yeah, it's terrible.
The reenactments were my favorite. I absolutely loved watching those just because it was so bad. But you and I have talked about this. We're B-movie nuts.
Oh, yeah.
We love B-movie horror.
Absolutely.
The worse it is, the better it is. So that's why I would watch that. And I'd sit back and lose it laughing at some of the terrible things they would do,
Yep. Absolutely. I'm right there with you. I showed my son one episode. I was like, all right, check this out. He's got video of the monster. And my son literally debunked it in like 30 seconds. With proof. Like, here's how they did it. And I'm sitting there like, all right, well, I guess I'll just stop watching that one. Because it was like everything he was telling me just made total sense. Like, you could see where the camera was moved ahead of the monster, and the monster was like clearly on a animation track or whatever, however he does it with his animations. But then it's like, once you see that, you can't unsee it. So when you see another one, you're like, okay, so they're doing the same thing. Speaking of bullshit, I want to do a special shout out to a YouTube channel.
Whoa.
Yeah. I really, like, I can't take it anymore. This has got to happen. Yeah, there's a YouTube channel here that's been cramming bullshit down people's necks for... Well, I'll tell you what. Let's...
Does it start with an N?
Nah, it's not that one. That one...
Oh.
Definitely gets that one. Let's see. 5 years. About 5.5 years is what we're looking at with this one. The channel starts off as basically like a homesteading channel, doing stuff around your own farm and whatever, and then out of nowhere he starts hoaxing Bigfoot.
What's the channel called?
Off Grid Homestead. I'll give you guys a link.
I remember we talked about this a long time ago about that. We just
I can't deal with it anymore. This guy's channel's popping up on Facebook pages, all this stuff, and now it's to the point where you don't even have to debunk it. If I'm being honest, you can watch one video and you can pretty much see Like, yeah, this is a bunch of crap.
The one I hated the most was the one that he was like walking outside in the like, I don't know if he does like hay or something, but he was in like some tall grass, and I guess he posted something outside. It looked like a mask.
Yeah,
on, like,
it is
a skin.
It like, totally is.
Yeah, like you could tell that it is for sure.
Is this the same guy that there's like something watching him while he's running the wood splitter or something like that? And it's obviously a guy in a suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Oh, I'm looking through his videos right now, and he's got like, I was beaten with clubs, stones, bones broken.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is
honestly, it's gotten out of hand. Like, you know, and I hate to do this, but again, I stand by it. Like, if we're going to weed out this shit, we've got to do this.
Yeah.
This dude is blatantly. I mean, I haven't seen it. You know, he appears to be trying to put this off as if it is absolute fact, and I'm sorry, folks, it is just not. This is a bunch of absolute horse shit. You know. And it's unfortunate because, I mean, it's clearly a grab for clicks, you know. But hey, I mean, that's what we got to do. We got to rattle the goddamn cages, right?
Yeah. I'm not wanting. I can understand accidentally or maybe not knowing what you're seeing, and maybe false, like it's something that you don't know, and you say like, oh, I saw this, check out the video, and you start saying that it's Bigfoot, or you start saying it's like some type of cryptid over and over, because that's what you believe it is. But there's a difference between literally going out, placing some type of thing, or asking somebody to put on a costume and literally terrorize you for your YouTube channel, and then you say that it's real. Yeah. I feel like you're making fun of the people that actually saw something that's literally
kind of where I'm at too. Yeah,
like it's where I'm at. Like, I can't definitively, and I will not sit here, and I've never said this on the show, I will not say that Bigfoot is real, but I have, like, I've seen so many, like, things, I've heard so many things, I know for a fact that there's something out there, but I would like to know what it is. So, people doing this, they're doing a disservice to somebody. They're literally making somebody, like the one guy from Piner Boy. Is that how he's called himself?
Yeah, he called himself Piner Boy.
Yeah, like he told his dad, and his dad doesn't believe him, but he doesn't want anybody to know. He doesn't want his name shown because he doesn't want the hassle to try to explain what he saw.
Right.
And that's like videos like this is the prime example, because you're making it sound like this guy out here is literally making it seem like we are that naive. Which, don't get me wrong, there's some people out there that naive that will believe anything they see on the on the internet. But you gotta understand, like, most people will see this and like see like, okay, that's a guy in the suit, or you planted that, or something of that nature, and then now it's diminishing what these people are saying. And I feel like I'm just being a broken record right now, but you guys get what I'm saying.
What was it like last season? I think towards the end of the season, you know, we said the gloves are off. Yeah,
we said it this season. It was I think season episode 2 or 3.
Yeah,
we said the gloves are off. We want to literally state our true opinions about things. Like that's when we started talking about Vic.
Yeah.
And all of that, and like the creepypasta. But I feel like everybody knew about that creepypasta stuff. But
there's always like that fear when you're, you know how that fear is when you're doing a show and you don't want to sit there and talk about other channels and all this and blah blah blah. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be like, hey, this guy's full of shit. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody has to do it. Playing the nice guy, it doesn't help the cause, and the cause is to get to the truth of things. And this guy is clearly pumping a bunch of bullshit out into the world, and if he's doing it for entertainment purposes, great, but he needs to say that.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we don't need any more of these types of people out there. We have enough of them, and there'll never be a shortage of these types of people, because there's always going to be that person that's like, oh, I want to go, I'm bored, I want to go make a joke or something of that nature.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be there. I feel like they just need to stop. Like,
Yep.
But how can you, like, it's hard to tell somebody to stop doing that when, if it's like making money, I hardly doubt it somebody's going to stop.
Yeah.
And that's
a big motivator.
And that's a bad thing about this whole thing. So I feel like I feel like we said it so many times on this show. That's why we try to we tell you guys all our opinions and how we feel about things and what we think about things. But the true thing is that you gotta make your own, like, opinion about these things. Like, you gotta look it up, or we'll try to give you the best and up-to-date facts, but there's always a chance that we could say something wrong. But you gotta look for yourself and see if it's fake or not.
Yep.
I know it's hard, but that's the only way that we're gonna truly find the answers, is when we finally take the time to, okay, this guy is full of shit. Like, I don't want to listen to this anymore, or I'm going to go into this knowing that this is just for my entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we even said. We started we kind of turned the dial on that with, like, Vic. Like, if you want to listen to that guy, go for it.
Yeah.
But just get in mind that his stuff has too many plot holes. You gotta make sure that what he's saying is that it's take it with a grain of salt.
Yep. I see. Josh posted the description of the channel here.
Yeah. You can tell that it's been edited. Like, at the end, they just added the last part.
Yeah, numerous times probably. But yeah. I don't know. I know the one earlier you said did it start with an N, and in all honesty, I think we should make an episode out of dissecting that channel.
Yeah,
because it deserves it. That's another one that's basically a clickbait channel that's blatantly obvious that it's faking stuff. I've had my son look at several of those. This one though, the homesteading off the grid though, you can pretty much just watch any of the videos and come to your own conclusion.
So I'm like just digging through here on his channel right now, and what I think is amazing, we need to really get this guy into a hospital and have him examined and learn something about him, because on July, let's see if I get the date right, on June 4th, he was in pain with a dislocated jaw and a thing around his neck and a sling on his arm, right?
Oh, right.
In his video on June 5th, perfectly fine. So
it's
now,
a miracle.
Okay,
it's a Christmas miracle.
Right. So, I mean, it could be that he's uploading them at different points, but I mean, I just feel like this is all a cash grab, and he's got the views for it. He's averaging, a couple thousand views, 4,000 to 10,000, sometimes a little less, but for the most part, his stuff is like, he's got one that posted an hour ago that's already got 729 views.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that tells you right there that it's, he's getting the push. The algorithm's working. Whatever he's doing is getting him out there. You know?
Oh yeah, it's working. It's, adding the Bigfoot to every video.
Yeah.
And then, in all honesty, it's like Tyler was saying, that one video is clearly, it's a mask. And you can see it.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. It's pretty sad, my opinion.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it's under the ruse of a homesteader channel.
Yeah.
Just to make it seem more valid.
Definitely.
But
and that sucks too, because there's another homestead channel that actually had an interesting sighting come up on their on one of their videos, and they didn't make a big huge thing of it, but it was like, oh, that is interesting. You know what I mean? Like, a fan pointed it out to them, where they were trying to fight it was like a burn, like a forest fire or whatever, a brush fire, and in the woods in the background you can clearly see this big shape like lumbering through the forest, but they had to like zoom in like crazy just to see it, and the guys that made the video like had no idea. And this is in the fire, you know what I mean, like back in there. So it's
right.
It was interesting. It's like something like that. I'm like, okay, you can clearly see that they're not trying to turn their channel into a Bigfoot channel. They didn't even notice it. A fan pointed it out, and it was so obscure that it was like you would have never noticed it, So like for them, I think they were actually probably pretty legit. They're very down to earth people. But for this, it's like this dude is clearly doing this, and that's honestly it's disappointing. Very disappointing.
I'm watching one on his channel right now. It's about a bee enthusiast had set up a camera to catch the queen.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know about this. This looks like
right.
I just don't even know, man. This is. I hope this is just an entertainment channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
But I wish that they would do like, like the Onion does at the bottom of the page. Right, this is satire. Because this is very obviously computer generated. It's got trails. You know what I mean? Like, it's got tracers behind what I'm looking at here. I don't even want to go into too much on it, because this is just absurd.
Yeah. So you folks out there, hopefully this helps you avoid this channel, or if you're already into this channel, maybe take another look at it. Maybe give it a grain of salt.
I mean, let's be honest here. If you've got something weird going on, you don't have to circle it in red and make it your thumbnail.
Yeah.
And then never show it in the actual video.
Right, yeah.
When somebody's got something really weird going on, they don't have to highlight it for you. You just play it and there it is.
But anyway, I guess you guys want to let these good folks enjoy their day back to work after that hopefully long weekend. Hopefully they got 3 days.
A little update for the fans of the El Camino, just so they, if they're interested. The engine is out of the car and parts are coming in, and it is going to be a 385 stroker motor.
Oh yeah!
So, anybody that was curious, that's what's going on right now. The car is tore apart and the engine's being rebuilt.
It's gonna be awesome.
Doing it in the garage here.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! All right, everybody, you guys out there, enjoy your work week. Hopefully, it's a short one. And you know what? Happy 4th of July, even if it's a little late.
And like we always forget about this. If you're on any kind of platform, leave us a like, comments.
Yep.
Rate our channel, our episodes, or whatever. Give us a star. Give yours a star. Give your dog a star. Animals, whatever you guys have to do to give a star.
Yeah, give your dog a star, because he's a real good boy.
He's a real good boy.
Real good boy.
And like he said, happy 4th of July.
You know what? Send us pictures of your dog.
I would love to see pictures of your dogs.
I want to see your dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're real good boys and girls.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a little contest. You know, send us the pictures of your dogs in, and we'll pick the best boy, and we'll get your poor girl, and maybe we'll get your address and send you a couple stickers or something.
Send him a dog. Hey,
send him,
you know
send
what?
him a goat.
Hey, if you don't have a dog, send us a picture of your empty house, and we'll send you a dog.
I don't think you can say that.
Maybe not.
You can give him a goat.
I can send him a goat.
Yep.
I mean, I could always send Frank down to hang out for a little while. I mean, he's down. I mean, if you got food, he's in. You know.
Right.
He's very, very, he's very into. That's his hobby is food.
Right.
He's he's kind of a, what do you call it, a connoisseur?
Connoisseur.
He's a connoisseur of eating things, even if they're alive. Anyway, all right, guys, you go out there, take care of each other. And, Team Tyler forever.
See you guys.
I don't know why I left the call instead of turning off the recorder.